you want to dissect every single belief that you're currently believing, because one of those, or even all of them, are currently reinforcing your current self. And if you are not happy with your current self, well, then you need to start changing things. And you start changing your beliefs. Why do you believe you can't get jacked, you aren't healthy, you can't get rich? Why do you believe that? And yeah, I think that's a very powerful statement.
It's not even your
An
belief.
idea.
Like
Yeah.
it was passed down to you. That's ultimately what it comes down to. By when you were younger, you were like a sponge, right?
Yeah.
So that's ultimately
Yeah,
how
yeah,
you
yeah.
were adapted to the world. It's like just
Yeah.
that's why kids can learn language so quickly, because they are literally like a sponge. Their brain is in theta waves.
Oh,
So
wow.
essentially, in theta waves, that's when you are most impressionable. So also, you can access those theta waves. As a kid, obviously not a kid anymore, but like you can access those waves
Just before bed, right?
just before bed, 5 minutes before bed. That's the easiest way to imprint your subconscious mind. And 90% of what you do is subconscious. Like it comes from your subconscious brain, like 90%. That's like deep down desires and stuff like that, right? So in order to change really your reality, you need to change your subconscious thinking. You need to reprogram yourself, and like Alex said, unlearning. Like I also wrote a tweet that said most of your 20s is unlearning, not necessarily learning.
Yeah.
It's unlearning all the BS and the limitations and all of that, and just coming back to that childlike state where anything is really possible.
Yeah.
Friedrich Nietzsche also talks about this, the will to power. Essentially, you have the ability to change your environment, and then that's ultimately what motivates you to really act. And you can do that, by the way. Like you have to also give yourself permission to do it. That's a big thing. People don't give themselves permission to have the nice things, permission to win. Like that's they're not allowing it really to get in their life. So yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that just reinforces my previous statement of like how important networking is, because on the journey of, starting to, point out certain beliefs and paradigms and going against that because you don't believe that it's benefiting you, you are going to unconsciously and not even intentionally sort of maybe even offend some of the people that currently believe those beliefs. And those people might be family members or friends, and that means that you might be alone for a little bit, especially until you can actually show the results of your new beliefs. Because if everyone is, let's take a very stupid, it's not, I don't think it's actually even a stupid point. So let's take, for example, in South Africa, the very normal thing to do over the weekends is to party and to go out
Rendezvous and a
and
Coke.
yeah, and especially on in university, like you party on Wednesdays, Fridays, and Saturdays. Okay, that's just what it is. And in that was prime time for me, 19, 20, 21, where I decided to just completely stop drinking essentially. And I was really focusing on my business. I had no results to show for it. I was really gymming hard. I didn't really know what I was doing, but I was just consistently throwing a ball against the wall and waiting for something to land. And sometimes that's all you can do, and it's gonna be tough, especially if you don't have people that help and reinforce this current version of yourself. Because sometimes you're just gonna be going in circles, and then your immediate environment might also unintentionally reinforce your current self that you don't want to be anymore. Like, you want to make money online? It's impossible. Like, what do you mean? Like, let's say if you want to make 4 or 5 times the amount that your father is making, and you're telling him, I'm going to start an online business, I'm going to work from anywhere, I'm going to work 4 hours a day for myself, and I'm going to make 4 times more than you. That is actually a slap in the face to him, because unconsciously you're telling him like, what do you mean?
Like half his age,
yeah,
and you're getting it in like 2 years.
Exactly. That is so ridiculous. And so, of course, he is going to say you're crazy, because hopefully your father wants the best for you or your mother or your friends. And so they are wanting to look out for you, and they're like, okay, but dude, like, don't do this. And they're trying to bring you back, like, just go and study, do this, whatever. But they just don't see it, man. And if you can see it and you truly believe it's possible, like that's Conor McGregor, and that probably came from Seneca or somewhere. Essentially, if you can really, truly see it and believe it's possible, that's exactly what I believe.
Right.
If you can see it, in other words, have a clear idea or goal and believe that it's possible, you can achieve it.
Well, Connor says if you have the courage to speak it.
Oh, courage to speak.
Yeah, that's also big. Speaking, the power of the tongues, like just spelling, that's big. Like self-talk, that's massive. What you tell about yourself, like even say, when you get clear on your goals, like say it out loud. You're gonna feel this weird like cringe, like I can't say that. Like that's exactly why you should say it. And then when you constantly say, that's the power of affirmations and getting clear on your goals and saying it all this time and then looking at it all this time. It's like it will become your new normal. It's just like, oh yeah, I'm gonna do that. And that's a lot of people put success on a pedestal. That's big. And when you put success on a pedestal, you're constantly chasing, and chasing never works. I think Bob Proctor also says that if you get $1 million, you best become a millionaire, because people think that once they get the money, then they're gonna feel wealthy. But it's the other way around. You first have to feel wealthy, then the money will come. So it's kind of, in a sense, delusional. Like Joe Dispenza also talks about this. People are waiting for, a partner to feel loved. They're waiting for the money to feel wealthy. They're waiting for the outward circumstances to be happy. But the thing is, it's the other way around. You first feel wealthy, then the money comes. You feel happy, then the outward circumstances make you happy. So it's the complete other way around. And if you put success on a pedestal, you don't even resonate with it at all. So you have to resonate with the success. How you do that is making it effortless. And a lot of these things I get from the book Reality Transurfing.
You need to read it.
Well,
Andres read it. How many times have you read it?
5 times. And in the community I mentioned, I think 20 times in my module, I said like, read this book, read this book, read this book. I said it like 5 times. And I even put on my story, if you don't buy this, you are asking to be broke.
Yeah, you're consciously deciding to be broke.
Yeah.
And, I think some of the stuff that obviously Andre and I are really like just machine gunning through a lot of these, like, I think nuance or, create, like, this is not mainstream beliefs, and it might sound a bit crazy, but even if you go look at the Bible, for example, the first thing, that God did is he spoke essentially, let there be light. And there's a lot to say from that as well. It's like via words and
if you have the courage to speak it.
But once again, it sounds so crazy, but it's 100% true. And if you can, like, try doing that for 3 months and see how your life changes. Yeah. In the cornerstone, no, what's the cornerstone of clarity? I think it's a cornerstone of clarity, where I was talking about the Ideals of Manifesto, essentially a document that I used to crystallize exactly the person I want to be and the method I was going to do that. The precise goals, where I want to stay, what car I want to drive, the color of that car, the color of my, my hair, how my hair looks, the clothes I'm going to wear, everything specific. Every day I used to say that for 3-4 months on end, to-do list, checking it off. Took me like 10-15 minutes in the morning, affirmation and visualization at the end. And somehow, 7-8 months later, and now I have that car, I am making that money, I'm in that job that I had no results to show for or anything to reinforce the fact that I can actually do that. And now I have that job, Now I traveled exactly where I wanted to travel. It's ridiculous. Because if you become extremely specific with what you want, it's really difficult to get lost, because you just don't do anything that doesn't align with that. And somewhere in, I don't even know what module that was, but it was, most of the things, well, I think Andrew said it now, is that it's just, although he said unlearning, but it's just stop doing the things that are harming you, Before you even start implementing the things that can benefit you, you're going to get more benefit from stop doing the things that are harming you.
Holding you back.
Yeah, because then you're going to have more energy to then just completely absorb all the benefits. A lot of people will think, just specifically for my experience right now, is they want to know all the supplements they need to drink and what's the exact workout protocol, and in the morning, what do I do to wake up and to have full energy, no brain fog. It's like, bro, just stop eating processed foods, drink good quality, clean water, move your body, get sunlight, and have healthy relationships with people. And, try and interact with every single one of those people at least once a week. You will tap into 80% of your potential, I would say, if you consistently do that. And then you start adding in some supplements and what specific diet, and it's the 80-20 protocol or the 80-20 rule. It is, I don't think it's 100% accurate, but, 80-20. That's just
Yeah.
80. It's 80% of the time correct, I would say.
Yeah,
It's really
uh,
good.